I got this Ford 8.8 rear end right here. Should be able to handle about 600 horsepower. I got it from the junkyard, but it's too wide. It's got to fit under the Volvo, and if I put it under the now, I'm going to have to run really ugly wheels. So I'm going to shorten it today. I've taken the liberty of getting another right axle. I got another right side axle because the right side is shorter than the left. So I'm going to cut a bit out of the left and make it the same length as the right, so it's a little bit more narrow, and then I'll be able to put it under the car. First thing I got to do is get everything that is attached to the axle, like bolted on, other than these like tabs, off, so that I can cut the tabs off.
Ryan Litzel.
Alright, everything is now off of the axle. I've got pretty much a bare axle, except for these tabs. Now, if you look at it, from where I'm looking at it, you can see that this side, which is the passenger side of the car, is shorter than this side. So, in order to narrow it, what I'm going to do is cut this side down to the length of that side. And how I'm going to make sure the axles work is, I've got a right axle and a left axle here, and instead of reusing this left axle right here, I'm going to reuse this right axle and the other right axle that I've got over there. I'm going to be doing my own suspension mount, so I need to cut off all these. So before I can shorten it, that's what I'm going to do. A lot of grinding to do. I'm going to get to that, and I'll get back to you guys whenever this is there. Alright, I got all the mounts taken off of the axle now. As you can see, it's pretty smooth. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, I've got this, there's the tube right here, and then there's the actual cast part of the axle. And I'm hearing that you should weld these two together to keep them strong, keep it from twisting. So what I'm going to do is weld all the way around here on both sides, and then we're going to get to cutting the axle shorter and putting the new axles in. All I'm going to do is, for cleaning this, is I'm going to just take a wire wheel, I'm going to dig it in there real deep, and then I'm going to put some acetone on it at the end, and then I'm going to weld it with some, with either 70S2 TIG wire or 308L. I'm hearing that sometimes stainless is the best for this specific situation, using stainless wire, even though it's kind of counterintuitive. But I'm going to skip the cleaning up because you've already seen me doing a bunch of grinding. So, got it ready to go. I'm going to weld this in quadrants so it doesn't warp, but let's get welding.
Ryan Litzel.
Alright, I got this all packed up and ready to go. Let's let Aaron cut first. Alright, I got this all tacked up and ready to go. As you can see, now each side is the same length. I also have the axle in here to make sure that it's still going to go straight through into the diff. Now all I got to do is weld it. And I'm going to, like I did before with this, I'm going to weld it in quadrants. So I'm going to do one, then the opposite side, then the next one, then the opposite side to keep it from moving. Also, I put a little bit of a bevel on here so that I can get the weld deeper in there, so it's going to penetrate deeper, because I want it to be strong. I'm all done with welding. I got this all put back on here. It looks pretty good. I kind of just did 2 passes over it, and I made sure the axle still fits in there, and it does. So I'm letting this all cool, and then I'm going to put the 2 axles back in and try to get those clips in to make sure they're good, and then we're all done. Alright, so the rear end is all back together now. I went ahead and cleaned up and did all that. The axles are in. It looks great, as you probably saw. And that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching to the end, and in the next Volvo video, we're going to set up the axle with a 4-link suspension and some nice dual adjustable coilovers into the back of that Volvo. So stay tuned, and see you later.